Craig, what are some theories and things you've heard today alone?
Literally on the walk into the building today. And within probably from the walk in the building to maybe the first 15 minutes I was in the building, I heard more theories than I can fit on a Twitter poll. I heard, and you may have heard this one on a local media outlet as well, that the Coyotes are going to, or Alex Marlowe is going to buy the land, then sell the team and build the arena and get an expansion franchise, which would make him one of the worst businessmen in history, because I think maybe he could sell this, maybe like real, what are we saying optimistically, PD? 800 million?
800 million tops.
Okay, let's say that. And then what's the expansion fee right now?
$1 billion?
$1 billion. It's $1 billion right now.
So what's it going to be 3 years from now? Uh-oh.
We lost Craig's audio.
Greg muted themselves, he said.
Guest has muted themselves.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, it says no, he didn't. He has to call back.
Okay,
that's
call
right
back.
call back right in the middle of a rant that we're going to post on YouTube.
It's okay. But you heard some crazy ones on the way in, too.
That's just, first of all, to finish up with Craig's thought on this, that's ridiculous. Like, I don't know how you would think this guy, Alex Marlowe Sr., would put this kind of effort, time, money, and effort into buying the land and putting an arena there and then selling the team. Well, what? Literally makes no sense. So, Craig, I just finished your thought, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Fantastic. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. What would that put him? Like 500 million in the hole? Just to so and people are saying, oh, well, it solved the mullet problem. Oh, okay, but
what's the problem with the mullet?
Well, apparently, they can't be playing in here. A lot of people are unhappy about them playing in mullet. Maybe you've heard this before, but you know what? If the NHL decides it's okay, who the hell cares?
They're losing less money, according to them, and what they reported is they're losing less
whatever
money
that.
there.
Like, it's just a ludicrous idea.
They won't lose $500 million over the next 3 years in mullet. They won't. You're not going to lose $500 million. So why would you do that? Where's the thought process there?
Here's another one. He's going to buy the land, sell the team, but keep the land and develop the real estate. Okay, that's another one I've heard. Okay. Here's another one. Oh, they're going to find out in 2 weeks that they're leaving. They're relocating in May. It is wild, the stuff that is out there. I don't even know what to do with some of this information. I think the only honest thing that anyone can say right now, and I wish more people had the guts to say it, is I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And this is, I think I mentioned this in the Discord. This is why I admire Jeff Merrick. He said it on 32 Thoughts. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't either. And nobody else does. All these lunatics throwing out these theories, these half-baked theories with their half-ass sourcing, half-ass reporting. Give me a break. You have no idea what's happening. And some of these theories are just, they just sound like lunatics when they're throwing these things out there. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. But here's my feeling on this. I feel like Alex Marlowe doesn't want to sell this team. I feel like this is personal to him, like almost ego-driven. He wants to win this thing. I think they're going to let him get to auction, see what happens, and then it's on him. Again, it's all on him to make this happen. If he doesn't win the auction, all bets are off at that point.
Yeah, but Craig, here again, if the auction's been posted and he's been driving the trying to get this to auction, and now it's done, it's going to happen in June. We've got the date. I don't understand what would force the sale. I don't know who would be behind the forcing of this franchise to move to somewhere else. It just makes no sense to me. The league is stuck by this franchise through all of the different things that have happened to this franchise over the last 20 years. Why now, once this is set, and they've got an auction date where Gary Bettman said we're going to support him through this auction. We've heard him say that. Bill Daley said that. I don't understand how people think now, all of a sudden, in May, they're going to go, oh, okay, we were just kidding. I think that opens up. There's so many, like, you can't do that. I think there might be a lawsuit.
Say it.
Maybe?
Go ahead and say it. There's a lawsuit.
There's a lawsuit.
Probably open up.
Alex Marlowe is not going to go, wait a minute here. I own the team. They're playing in an arena that there's no bylaws saying they have to play in an arena of a certain size. And there is no bylaw anywhere that states that they have to. So let's clear that up. And I'm set to do this auction on June 27th. To think that this team is going to move before June 27th, I don't know where you can come up with that theory. I just
Everybody's got a source, Petey. Everybody's got a source. They're
Yeah,
talking to people, talking to lots of people.
But Craig, you know what sources do? And you've said this. I've learned one of the few things I've learned from you about journalism: sources, no matter who they are, have an agenda. So whatever those sources are, hey, guess what? There are some people that want this team to move to Salt Lake. Do you think maybe they might be putting some of this mud in the water? Yeah, maybe. Like maybe that's where some of this source material is coming from, and you have to go look at some of the connections that some of these so-called reporters have with some of the people that are in the potential group with Salt Lake City. There are always agendas, and so look through those agendas. All Craig has done here in the last 24 hours, including the show last night, is give facts. These are the facts. There's no conjecture or theory. The auction is the 27th of June. If they get the auction, the league says, and the league has said, they're going to support the continuation of Morello owning this team in Arizona. We've heard it. If they don't win the auctions on June 27th, all bets are off. Alex Morello himself has said that through Javier Gutierrez tonight on the show, on Scripps. He said, if we don't win the auction, we're going to have to look at potentially relocation. I don't know what other facts besides those two things are out there. I don't understand how you can get any other conclusions besides those two facts. I don't know.
And just one more thing to add to that before we move on. I've been hearing the same stuff for 15 years. I've been hearing these same sorts of theories or certainties from whether it's media or staff in the NHL, whoever. It's the same crap that I was hearing with Winnipeg, with Quebec, with Portland was almost a reality, as you know. But with multiple others, with Houston, we heard they were going to Seattle. We heard all of this stuff. You know what was the same? What was consistent in all those? Gary Bettman had contingency plans, but his commit was always to Arizona first. If he got Arizona sorted out, he was going to keep the team in Arizona. He just had to have backup plans. Do I believe there are backup plans? Absolutely. I think you'd be a moron to think there are not. But to say that this is happening or that is happening before the auction, God, I wish I had the courage when some of these people are floating these ideas to me to just say, you know what, shut up, or just walk away. Just walk away. Like you have no idea what you're talking about.